This is pretty cool. Got a few people at this event. My gosh, wow. We've gone a little ways since Zaza, huh? Who remembers Zaza? Yeah, that was our first WorldVentures event back in 2005. I think we had about 200 or 300 people there. I think we have over 9,000. Yeah. And I heard there's some people in the back of the audience back there too. Are you guys back there? Yeah. Wow. It goes deep. So anyways, I'll try to be quick. Excited to be here, excited to get a chance to just share with you a little bit about WorldVentures and my perspective and what I'm seeing with the company, and just express my gratitude, how thankful we are that you're here. Just every time I come to one of these events, I feel this amazing amount of gratitude, and just feeling so blessed and so thankful for the people that have made the commitment that they made, and for all of you. Without you, there would not be a WorldVentures. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And so Mark, that was really kind what Mark said, and I'll tell you, how fortunate are we that I knew Mark, and Mark actually joined us. How cool is that? Yeah. So a little bit about myself. I got excited about direct sales and network marketing, and at a pretty young age. I was in my mid-20s, and I was really excited and very nervous and didn't know if I could be successful, but wanted to be successful. And my first 6 months, I recruited 5 people, and my downline was grew to a massive number of 5, and one of those 5 was my mom. But I just kept at it, and the idea of speaking in front of groups really scared the hell out of me. That was just like, whoa, no way. Even though I was bound and determined, knew I'm gonna make this work, I was convinced that I wasn't gonna get in front of an audience. I was gonna be the one just bringing people to presentations, bringing them to the events. And Wayne and I had met, and that really created a spark for me, the way that we were able to partner up. I started to have some pretty substantial success, and I remember one time the owner of that company calling me up and saying, okay, Mike, this is the night before a big event with a lot of people, and said, we want you to speak on stage. And I didn't want to tell him no, so I said, okay, and I stayed up all night. I think it was like 5 or 10 minutes is all I had on stage, and I had memorized word for word what I was going to say. I mean, my stomach was all jacked up that day, and I got up on stage, and I'm doing my thing, and about a third way into it, I know Wayne remembers this, I completely froze up, scared, blanked, had no idea what I was supposed to say next. The more I started worrying about not remembering what I'm going to say next, the harder it was for me to think what it was. And so I was literally, no one else really knew what was going on at first but me, and I'm literally got the microphone in my hand, and I'm going back and forth like this, and just waiting for it to come up. And fortunately, it was a very forgiving audience, and they were really encouraging, and I got through it. And then, I don't think I've ever shared this from stage. We were doing these trainings across the country, me and another guy, and this was one of my mentors. And after I did the training, I felt really good about it. I was like, wow, that was really good. And so the audience is still there. It's towards the very end. We're about completely done. Actually, I think there was just somebody at the very end kind of sharing some last words. We go to the restroom, and I'm cutting up with my buddy, and I was single at the time and loose with my language, and just saying stuff I probably shouldn't have been saying, and that wouldn't have been any big deal, but as I walked out of the restroom, the whole audience, there was 500 plus people there at the training, they were all looking at me and laughing because I had my microphone on the whole time and didn't know it. I learned that lesson that day. That never happened again. So, we all start in a different place with this business. This event, this weekend, is about momentum. It's about driving momentum. And so I started thinking about what are some things that I might share with you that kind of align with this message of momentum. And there's a couple things that I wish that I would have understood more early in my career. What served me more than anything was my willingness to do whatever it took and my discipline. I have no shortage. I've developed self-discipline that really annoys the hell out of people that spend a lot of time with me. Like my wife, the other night she was giving me a hard time because I wanted to know what time it was when we were watching a program because she knew I wanted to be in bed by a certain time so I got enough rest so I was on my game the next day. And, I already know what I'm going to have for my next meal. And it really just annoys the crap out of people. But discipline can really serve you. And there's a healthy degree of it that I would encourage you. Some great books out there. First Things First by Covey. The Power of Full Engagement talks about how to integrate energy. There's a great recent book called The Power of Habit for you analytical types. And it talks about habits and rituals and how those really can serve you. Jeff Olson has the book, The Slight Edge. It talks about the simple disciplines you repeat over and over and over. So I was good at the basics. And you've got to be willing to do that. And I encourage you to integrate those rituals and those habits that really serve you, not only in your business, but in your life. And what took me a long time to figure out, which is amazing to me because my partner is Wayne Nugent, is this core value number one: live fun, freedom, and fulfillment. And that's why I was working so hard. I was working so hard so I could have it, but I was so caught up in getting there, and worrying about it and all that kind of stuff that I lost a lot of my life. And so I encourage you, this is really cool too. If you study psychology, the latest body of knowledge, what's really big right now, it's the science of happiness. Anybody watch the TED Talks? Technology, Education, Design, TED.com. Great education, and it's fun to watch. 20-minute less presentations on just about anything that you can think of. And the top psychologists, the favorite subject today is happiness. They talk about happiness and what businesses, professors, what they're understanding more than ever is today it's proven that happiness precedes success. When a lot of us are taught success precedes happiness. It's actually the other way around. And we've all heard, do what you love and the money will follow. Well, I just encourage you, I beg you, okay, and I know a lot of you I don't have to beg because you guys are already doing it. I know some people that are really integrating their life and you are billboards for WorldVentures. It's have fun, okay? It's not, but it's have fun while you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to be successful in WorldVentures. You can make it fun, and it makes it way more sustainable, and you're going to draw and attract a lot more people into your life. So that does mean go on dream trips. And I love talking to people that are doing this, and they're really integrating it, and they're more successful. Janie Braun, she spoke about that this morning. So who likes the idea of having fun while achieving your dreams? Yeah. So do everything that you're hearing. part of what should drive you and give you satisfaction and fulfillment is really going after your goals. Moving outside that comfort zone, learning, growing, becoming more, and having fun. Martin Ruoff talks about enjoy the prizes along the way, okay? It's not just the destination, it's the journey, okay? So this is something that Wayne lives by. This is one of the reasons why it's core value number one. Live, fun, freedom, fulfillment. He got that early. Don't be like me and not figure that out for several years. Okay. The other thing that I would like to talk to you about as far as playing to momentum is building trust. There is an economic value of trust. Would it be hard for you to believe that most people do not trust businesses today? Is that a hard one to believe? Who would agree that most people don't trust business? About as many people trust business as trust the government, right? There's a low trust. There is a crisis of trust. And what many companies, if you're watching business today, many companies are winning because it's part of their strategy to build trust. And where you may have seen a salesperson become successful in sales because they're overhyping or overselling or lying during a sale to make a sale, saying whatever they have to say to make a sale. You might have seen someone have success that way. That's the old model, though. You don't get away with it in today's economy. There's a new consumer today that's smarter, more sophisticated. They care more about, they want to buy products with companies that have values and that actually really care about the consumer. This is important to them. And they talk about, buyer beware in the past. Today it's seller beware. Your personal brand out in the marketplace is going to make a massive impact on the momentum that you build. All the activities that you've been hearing about, Lorenzo, Marcusetta, all the trainers talking about what you need to be doing. If you want those activities to have the most impact, you have the credibility and the reputation that your word is your bond. Your word is your bond. And this is something that has been a learning that we as a company have gone through. We've been a values-focused company since the very beginning, but we've made some mistakes. There's a great book. It's called The Speed of Trust by Stephen Covey. And with trust, when you have trust, the speed at which business takes place goes up and the cost of doing business goes down. Okay, that creates momentum. So when you show up for a presentation, are you showing up on time? When you tell someone in your downline that you're going to be there, can they really count on you? Do they really believe you? When you're talking to a friend or a family member about WorldVentures products, the experience, the business, are they wondering if what you're saying is true based on your past actions and your past conversations? Or do they have this sense of total trust that if what you said, if you said it, then it's automatically true? And so learn those skills of trust and train those throughout your organization. And really the best thing you can do is just be a huge proponent of our core values. Our 10 core values, take care of it. Core value number 3, honor, embody, and expand trust. And so we as a company, we continue to work to be a company that you will trust. Do we make mistakes? Do we do things that break trust? Yes, we are a company of humans. Okay, we're still learning and growing as a company. But I promise you, we are growing, we are learning, we learn from our mistakes, we are committed, and we care. And those values that we talk about, those are not just talk. We are very serious about these values. We know, because we've been there, that you are investing your hopes in your dreams in this company, that your credibility and your reputation is on the line. And that's worth way more than any amount of money that you could spend to be in a business. And we really, really care about that. And so I've been talking a lot about this thing called trust, and we're talking about it's becoming more and more of our language. The field is calling us on things. They're calling us on core value number 3. We've got a website, WorldVenturesTrust.com. We've got a trust council that's there, and we're still learning how to utilize all these tools, but we want you guys to call us on areas where we can improve and build more trust. And we want it to be fully transparent about it as well. Places where you can go online and make suggestions. And until all of that is in place the way that it needs to be, and you're having any questions or whatever, call our customer service, call our CSR department, and let them know your thoughts and your ideas. We want to hear that. So build trust. And as far as WorldVentures, you guys are with the right company and at the right time. When I think, Mark said that, he goes, Mike, he reads a lot of books, and I do love to read books. I like to know what's going on. I like to see, the world is changing so fast, as you know, and it's interesting to see the trends that are happening out in the marketplace, and to see other successful companies, and to honor them, and to, what was it that they did that made them successful? And the world is changing quickly. And as I look at those examples, and I look at our company, and kind of as an outsider, looking at WorldVentures, and that we've got this really great concept, started with this vision of Wayne Nugent, and it's ever evolving and getting better. There was a WorldVentures before reward points. There was a WorldVentures before get 4, pay no more. We didn't have a car program. There's so much that this keeps, the opportunity keeps getting better and better and better. And we really don't have any competition. Not to say there's not other people selling travel. Of course, it's a massive industry. There's a lot of people selling travel. But no one is doing what we're doing. Nobody is doing what it is that we're doing. Nobody. And when I'm talking to the pack or other leaders in the field, and I'm talking to my partners in our executive team, John and Eddie and just Mike Wick and all these people that we're kind of masterminding always with this company, I've not ever been part of an organization where there was the alignment, the passion, the trust, the respect that we have for each other and what each person brings to the table, and the absolute knowing of how much everyone cares. If you could only live my life a day when I'm in the office and get a chance to hear and see and feel and experience it, it's amazing. We have got the right team. We have got the right leadership. We are positioned in the right industry. We're a company that's about values. We're a company about making a difference in the world. And we are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. I can't promise you how much success you'll have. I can't promise you how fast you will achieve success with us. But what I can promise you is that you are with the right company. And the rewards of being a part of WorldVentures are so great, and they're so vast, and they go so beyond the amount of money that you can earn with us. the skill sets that you are building in WorldVentures have the opportunity to serve you in any endeavor that you decide to pursue. I believe this. I believe that you join WorldVentures and spend time with us, that there's no better place for you, again, no matter what career you pursue. And if you're feeling it in your heart, this is your calling, that this is your life, you have the right company. And we are with you. We are in it with you. We care about you. We're going to nurture your success. We will be with you there along the way. When you trip and fall, we'll be there to pick you up. And when you are celebrating and running across that finish line, we are going to be jumping in our seats, excited, celebrating with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you guys. God bless.